Maybe this is because it's my own life experience or just the observation I had over the years, right? I always tend to see our ignorance and indifference, cruelty and supposed evilness and so on, right, in this world as the tragedy itself. I haven't yet to put them outside the things that we tend to see as tragic. So, how many times when we watch movies, right, a piece of fiction, just because of how tragic the story is, right, that we feel that it has exposed something fundamental or something we don't want to face about ourselves. What I mean is, even in real life, right? Let's use a basic but universal example. Let's say if a person is openly hateful, racist, or transphobic, all that garbage, right? And they repeatedly project that hatred outward, right? For instance, the tragedy is not limited to the consequences of their actions, right? The act itself is what's tragic to me as well. So when I see this happen, right, I don't just see ignorance or hatred. I see a deeply sad event unfolding that has just made the world profoundly worse. It's like we are constantly adding tragedies to already very sad, chaotic world. Now, this is a sentiment I recognize in many writers who explore the mechanics of human failings. So when I was reading Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis, for those who haven't read the story, right, it's about a traveling salesman named Gregor wakes up one morning to find he has transformed into a giant insect, right? And the story is about his family's increasingly cruel and apathetic reaction to his condition. So Gregor, right, the protagonist, his transformation into an insect was tragic on its own, right? But in many ways, the family's gradual descent into cruelty and apathy was the true tragedy of the story. Gregor's transformation was something that happened to him, right? It was a bizarre external event beyond his control. But his family's transformation was a choice. They actively chose apathy in the end. And that's one of the ways I see the world, right? That many people have actively chosen apathy. When you see a tragedy unfold, there's this obvious harm done to a victim. But there's also the quieter, more intimate tragedy for the perpetrator, right? A self-inflicted wound to their humanity, right? It's like going through this process, then turning yourself into a tragic figure in the process and in the end.